Welcome to the Chromebook Introduction tutorial. This is a brief overview of your Chromebook, its features, and how you can use it with Google Apps for education. To start, your Chromebook is designed to offer you easy access to websites and storage in the cloud. What does that mean? It means that a Chromebook, unlike other laptops, is not designed to save files on the actual device. Instead, anything that you want to create and save will be saved in your Google Drive online. This means that you will be able to get to those files from any device that has internet access. Chromebooks cannot have software downloaded on them, but there are a ton of awesome online tools that you can use to do the exact same things. To turn on your device, simply open the Chromebook by lifting the screen. It will automatically start up in a few seconds, hardly any time at all. The screen is 11.6 inches and it has about 8 to 10 hours of battery life. This is enough to get you through the school day, but don't forget to charge your Chromebook when you go home each day so that it will be ready for the next school day. The left side of your Chromebook has some interesting features. Here you can plug in your power cord to charge your device. It also has an HDMI out port for connecting to an external display, like a projector, a monitor, or a TV. You have two USB ports. One could be great for using a flash drive and the other could be used for a mouse. And you have a headphone jack. The right side of your Chromebook has a slot for an SD card. If you have photos or videos saved on an SD card, you can access them on your Chromebook. Now let's take a look at the keyboard. To start, you have a power button in the top right corner. If you hold down that power button for about 5 to 10 seconds, the screen will go completely black and you can shut down your device. You also have volume control at the top and the ability to turn off the sound completely. You have brightness control and the ability to minimize or maximize the windows. Sometimes, if your computer starts to lag and a website won't load, you can press the refresh button a few times and it will jumpstart it for you. Your touchpad does not have two buttons for a right and a left click the way a regular laptop does. Instead, if you press down once, you will feel a click and you will be able to select something similar to the way you would by using the left click. If you wanted that drop-down menu of options the way you would when you right-click, on a Chromebook you simply take two fingers and lightly double tap on the touchpad, and this drop-down menu will appear. When you log into your Chromebook, you are going to use your full email address. This is your first initial, the first four letters of your last name, and two numbers, at g.npd117.net. For example, nprof78@g.npd117.net. Your password will be 3 random letters and 3 random numbers. For example, drx394. You'll want to try your best to remember this email address and password so that it'll be quick and easy for you to log in the future. Sometimes when you're using other websites, you will be asked to sign in a gray single sign-on box. In this case, you do not need your full email address, just your username. For example, nprof87. Then you will enter your regular password and press login. When you log into your Chromebook, your screen will look a lot like this. You'll have a series of buttons to choose from on the bottom of the screen. The first button on the bottom left corner is your Apps window. By clicking on this Apps window, a box will appear with all of the apps that you have available to you. You have your basic Google apps, like Sheets, Slides, and Documents, and you have some others as well that you may be using from time to time in class. The next icon is your Google Chrome browser. This can be used to search websites. The next icon that looks like a triangle is your Google Drive account. This will be where you can go to access any files that you have saved on your computer or that other people have shared with you. The icon that looks like an envelope is your Gmail account. This is where you can go to send and access emails that have been sent to you. Now let's click on our Google Drive icon so we can get started navigating our drives and see how to save and share different documents, presentations, slides, and sheets. This is what your Google Drive looks like. If you look on the left side of your drive, you will see a series of options. The first option is My Drive. Your drive contains any documents or folders that you have either created or you have uploaded. You are the owner of these documents. If you click on Shared with Me, this is where you can go to find any documents that someone else has created or uploaded, and they are giving you access to it. You'll want to be in your drive anytime you're looking for something that you have created in the past. To begin creating documents, you'll go and click on the red button. You'll have a series of options to choose from. Document is a lot like a Word document. It's a word processing app. Presentation is a lot like PowerPoint. Spreadsheet is a lot like an Excel document. Form can be used to create surveys or quizzes. And drawing is a tool that you can use to create images. Let's get started by using Document. When you open up your document, the first thing you'll want to do is name it by clicking where it says Untitled Document in the top left corner. Your teacher may have specific directions for how he or she would like you to name your documents, so you'll want to listen to their directions in this case. However, if you're only creating a document for your own notes, feel free to name this however you'd like. But remember, you'll want these to be organized in your drive, so name it something that's easy to identify and remember. And press OK. Now, a lot of these features are similar to things that you've seen in the past when you've used word processors like Microsoft Word, but there are a few different features that are unique to Google that you may want to know. One of them that's very neat is the Share option in the top right corner. If you click on Share, you can invite other people to work on the document with you. You can start entering part of their name, and a list of names with those letters will appear. You can simply select that person, and you can decide what type of permission you'd like them to have. If you leave it at Can Edit, you are telling this person that they can add as much content to your document as they want to. They can even delete content as well. If you give them Can Comment permissions, this means that they can't delete any of the text that you've added, but they can write little comments on the side if they wanted to give you some suggestions or feedback. If you give them Can View permissions, they cannot add any additional content to your document, but they can just view it only. If you want them to get an email letting them know that you're sharing the document with them, you can notify people through email. Otherwise, you can uncheck that box. When you're ready, you can press Send, and it will share that document with other people. All documents have a link at the top of them, similar to a website. Like a website, this document can be viewed from any computer or mobile device as long as it has internet. So, by giving someone this link, they have access to see your file, as long as you've given them permission. If it's private and only you can access it, and you haven't invited anyone else, only you will be able to view, comment, or edit this document. Another very exciting feature of a Google document is the Research tool. If you go to the top right corner and you click on Tools, select Research, there is a Google search bar located right within your Google document. By searching a term, A series of websites will appear for you. This may be helpful if you're working on a research paper. If you select the arrow next to your search term, you can also decide to find images instead. Simply select an image, drag it into your document, and it's inserted there for you. It also cites the source at the bottom so that you're not stealing a photo without giving credit to the owner. If you're editing a piece of writing that someone else has shared with you, you have the ability to insert comments. For example, this is me typing. I can select this portion of the text, go up to the top, and select this Insert Comment button and type a comment on the side. This is a great way to give other people feedback on their writing. You can also, if you wanted to, reply to someone who had left a comment for you. If you have made edits to your paper and you want to resolve a comment, you can press Resolve and it will get rid of it for you. Let's close out of our document now and take a look at some of the other apps we have. In addition to Document, we have Presentation, a lot like PowerPoint. You can choose from some of the templates that are available to you. And just like within a Google document, you'll need to rename it at the top. You can also use the Share feature, the Comment feature, and the Research feature as well. I didn't mention before, but within the Tools menu, you also can check for spelling and use the built-in dictionary to define words. Many of the features that are available to a PowerPoint presentation, like animations and transitions, are also something that you can use in Google Presentation. You can go to View Animation and use Transitions here if you wanted to add those to your presentation. Spreadsheet is a lot like an Excel document. It has cells where you can enter data, and you can insert formulas if you wanted to as well. This document can also be shared, and comments can be added. Forms are used to create quizzes or surveys. Like Presentation, you can choose from a different background and begin creating questions and answer choices. You have different question types to pick from. It can be multiple choice, paragraph text, checkboxes, and various others. Press Done when you're finished with a question and Add Item to add another. If you wanted to send out your quiz or your survey to someone, you can press Send Form and enter an email address to send it to them. Drawing will simply open up a window where you can use different shape tools, text box tools, and upload images if you wanted to create an image using Drawing. It has share and comment features here as well. These are how you can actually create documents, but once you begin creating many documents, you'll have a large list within your drive. You may want to organize it in folders like I have here. You can do that by pressing Create Folder, naming your folder, and then any documents that you have can simply be dragged in to that folder that you created. And it will move for you. You can also select a folder and share the entire folder with someone by pressing the Share button at the top. There's also a Remove button if you wanted to delete it, or any documents that you've created. In addition to creating documents, you can also upload documents as well. by pressing Upload from Files. If you had downloaded any files, which most likely you won't on a Chromebook, you could access those files and upload them to your drive. If you're using another computer, such as a home computer, and you had files saved on that computer, you could upload them to your Google Drive. Then you'd have them available to you on your Chromebook when you're at school. Now you may get an email within your Gmail account if someone shared a document with you. But if you don't want to access it through your Gmail, like I mentioned before, you can click on Shared with Me and pull up that file that someone shared with you. You may notice when you log into your Google Drive that there are already folders created for you with different subject names. By all means, do not delete these folders. They have been set up in advance so that your teachers can share documents with you. It's very important that you leave these folders the way they are, and your teacher will explain how he or she would like you to add files to that folder in order to share your homework and other assignments. Some apps will be available to you within your drive in this little apps icon on the top right corner. If you click there, you'll see some other apps that you may not have seen before, such as sites, calendars, groups, contacts, and more. Under the More option, you'll also have a few others, such as BrainPop and VoiceThread, that you may be using as well. This tutorial has been intended to give you an overview of your Chromebook and your Google Apps for Education account.